Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to build our fourth pyramid, the last one. For doing so, we're going to make a hexagon. So follow me really close and let's get started. The first thing that I want you to do is to use the segment with given length function and write down in here 10. We're going to have a segment and we're going to scroll down this a little and move it in here. That's okay. Next thing that I want you to do is to use the function compass, and we're going to make a circle with radius AB, and we're going to center that on A. We're going to do the same, but this time the circle is going to be centered in B. That is going to build intersection between the two circles that I want you to notice because we're going to use it. So what we're going to do is to make these two circles, I'm going to use another color so you can make them more visible, maybe purple for both of them. As I was telling you, we need to mark this intersection that is between the two purple circles. So we're going to mark it, and by default it's going to be called C. Okay, so now I'm going to move a little my figure. The next thing that I want you to do is to go to this function that is circle with givens with center through point. So what it's going to do this is I'm going to click on C and then I'm going to go to B. So that's going to build a circle that has center C. And as you can see, the two purple circles have an intersection with the black one. So we're going to mark those intersections, being called in D1, and the other one is going to be E. Finally, we're going to use again the compass with radius AB, and we're going to move this circle and place it in D. And again, but I'm going to mark this circle with orange so you can make it more visible. And again, the function compass, radius AB, and we're going to center this orange circle, the second orange circle, in E. And as you can see, we got two intersections as well with the orange circles in the black one. So we're going to mark those intersections. One is going to be in here, that is F, and the other one is going to be here. And last thing that I want you to do is to go to the function segment, and you're going to make a segment that goes from B to E, another that goes from E to G, another goes from G to F, F to D, and D to A. And as you can see in here, we got our hexagon. To make it more visible and to clear the space, we're going to use algebra in here. We go to the top and we're going to make it disappear the circles. And here you go, this is our hexagon. One thing that you have to check is if it is right. If it is right, you can see that all the segments that make the hexagon, they have the same length. That's telling you that you are doing the things right. Now, starting from this hexagon, we're going to build our pyramid. And what we're going to do is to make this a little smaller, but scrolling down. And next thing that I want you to do is to find the perpendicular bisector between the points A and B. So we're going to use the function perpendicular bisector, and then you have it. This perpendicular bisector is going to intersect the segment AB, obviously, and we got an intersection, so we're going to mark that intersection. Starting from this intersection, we are going to use the function segment with given length. So we're going to click on H, and we're going to write down in here a segment of length 16. Now that we have this segment, we're going to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. So we click on the function rotate around point, click on H, click on the segment. We are going to write down here 90 degrees and we're going to go clockwise. So in here is our new segment. This one is the one that we're going to use. So we're going to make it clear using red. Okay. Now we got a point that is I prima, and we're going to use segment, and we're going to unite the points I prima with A and B with I prima. So we got our first triangle that is going to be building our pyramid. So for building, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 more triangles. And we're going to do a thing that we have done in all the pyramids. So we're going to use the function compass, click on I prima and A. So we got a radius that is A prima I A, and we center this orange circle in here in the point I prima. As you can see, it passes through the points A and B, and this circle is going to make me to help me to build our pyramid. So next thing that I want you to do is to use again the function compass, click on A and B. So we got a radius AB, and we're going to center this in B. That makes an intersection in here, and we're going to mark that. And this is an exercise, we're going to do it, we got 1, 2, 4 more times. So let's go. Compass, AB, center now in J, mark the intersection, and again, compass, AB, center in K, mark the intersection, compass, AB, center in L, mark the intersection, and let's check. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to do this one more time. Compass AB, center in M, and this is going to be our last intersection. Now what I want you to do is to use the function segment and just start uniting all the points with B, like B from J, J to I prima, from here to here, K to J, K to L, L to M, M to N, N to J prima, J prima to M, finally this is I prima to L, sorry. And then you have it. We got already our plane. So for make it more visible, we're going to start removing the things that we're not going to use. For instance, the circles, we can make them disappear. We don't need the perpendicular bisector anymore. We don't need the point C. Well, you can erase the point C because we don't need it. So click on the corner and click over and we make it disappear the point C. Now what we're going to do is to make disappear the segments H to I. So we go to segment and we look for those segments. Here you go, H to I. We make it disappear, and H prima to I prima, and we make it disappear. As you can see, the program has a glitch. That's why we hit on the corner and then to the segment. This point I, we're not going to need the point I, neither the point H prima, and neither the point I prima. So we're going to make them disappear. You look for them and you remove them. And there you go. Now what we're going to do is to build our tabs. What it could happen is when you hit on the perpendicular and the parallel line, all the figures that you had before, they could appear again because the program has a glitch. So when that happens, you click on this button and that is going to help you to go to the figure that you have. This time didn't happen to me, but surely it's going to happen to you. So now we're going to build the tabs. You already know what you have to do. You find a parallel line to this one and place it not too far, not too close, and you do this for all these parts that are in here. I make a mistake here, so again, click on the segment, a little far away on the segment, a little far away in here, and in here. Now we're going to place a line segment over these parallel lines that are in here, and we're going to differentiate the segment by using another color. Let's make it, I don't know, pink. So you start building your tabs. Try to do them as better as you can. Sometimes I don't make them that better, but I'm sure that you can do a really good job. So I'm going to finish this, and I hope that you finish that too, by making them more beautiful. Okay, so here we go. 2 more to go. Notice that I use the points that are in my plane to make this easier. So for instance, in here I go from H1 to I' and G1 to N. Now we got the tabs. They're marked in pink. What we're going to do now is to make disappear all the lines because we don't need it. We're going to print this. So I'm going to make this, and I will come back. Now that the lines are gone, the only thing that we need to do is to think that we don't want to waste our ink in the impression of these points that are in here. So we're going to make them disappear, and the next thing that I'm going to do is to make these pink tabs black. So you know that for making the point disappear, you click on the, well, you look first on point here in Algebra, you click on the corner and then on the point, and that's going to make those points disappear. So I'm going to make all the points disappear, and I will be back. And as you can see, all the points have already disappeared. Now what I want you to do is to make these tabs black, maybe because in your home you don't have color ink in your printer. So what you need to do to make it quicker is to click over the button or press the button CTRL or Control, and then click over all the segments, and they're going to start be highlighted like this too. And then you go to the function color in here for these ones. I'm going to show you with 3 of them. I can change the color of the 3 of them, and I'm going to do the same for all of them. So remember to keep Control press and then click on each segment, and then you're going to turn this all black. As you can see, they are all highlighted, so we're going to make them black, and that's it. If you got color in your printer, you don't have to worry about changing the color, but just in case, and this is going to be our figure. Now you know that you have to save this in a format PDF, GGB, and also PNG. And the next thing that you have to do is to take that picture and go to Word, and from there you're going to print, and you got to save that file as well. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much.